All right, welcome to another episode of Exploring Arkansas. We have waited a while to be able to get back into the game. I've spent a lot of time recently with Train Sim Mod 5 and its release and all the content for that. If you're a Sim fan, worth checking out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LWDadnan, and the rest of the videos on this channel. But for now, for today, we're looking at Arkansas and American Truck Sim. As you can see, we are sitting in our brand new Mac Pinnacle. It's not actually brand new. If I head over to the outside view here, you can see that it's a pretty old school truck with some features that make it look kind of new, such as the LED lights, which I was actually almost going to swap for like the old school standard halogen. Oh, that sounds good. Oh my god, that sounded good. Yeah, what was I? I was almost going to swap the lights out for the halogens, but I thought, let me sort of have like a mix between old school and new era as well. So with the lights on, pretty cool. We've got some LEDs in the mirrors as well, and in the interior, a bit of a mix between old school and modern. Don't know why we're in reverse. There we go. Let's fix that. I wonder if it being limited to 1400 revs is a cold start kind of thing. I'm going to keep an eye on that and see if the revs go higher. One, when the engine warms up, or two, when we build up a few more miles. As you can see on the dash, we have got 0 miles completely. This is brand new. I've just bought this truck, and I'll go into it a little bit more in terms of why I bought it, because we did end last video talking about the truck I wanted to get, and this is almost the complete opposite. So I'll get into it in a second, but for now, we've got a water bottle. I love to keep my water bottle handy at all times. So I've got one there in the game. We've got a box, a multi-pack of some instant lunch. I actually should have probably put a kettle somewhere here, but hey, we'll say that we've got it stored away in one of the cabinets. Oh, we've got a microwave there as well. We've got our delivery spreadsheet clipboard stuff going on. We have a cooler, some mints on top of the fridge. We got a Goodyear pillow because of the we got it as a freebie alongside the Goodyear tires fitted to this truck, and obviously a little blanket to keep us warm in the evening. And once again, I am using a virtual review mirror on our left, just because the mirror is like way out here. And yeah, as for the computer, what have we got going on the computer? We've got a fuel economy tab, engine oil temp, air pressures, and general information. And yeah, that's about it. All right, we're still at 1400 RPM. Again, I wonder whether that's because it's new or what, because I would expect it to go a little bit higher, especially considering we've got 3000 RPM at our disposal. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly at what mileage that would sort of unlock in real life. But yeah, something to keep an eye out for as we traverse the roads. We've obviously got a GPS there as well, so we're a little bit modern. And yeah, let's get started. We do have, what are we taking? We currently have no job. Okay, well we are heading towards a job. I'm actually not sure what it was. I don't remember what it was. It was a while ago now. Sounds pretty decent, Ah, see, now we're revving up. All right, so all we needed to do was just not be in neutral. I should have known that. We've got a warning on the side of the road there for log trucks. Are we probably heading to a forestry pickup then? I could just check on the main menu, but I'm gonna sort of leave it as a bit of fun. Fortunately, we have cruise control. I actually didn't know if we were gonna have cruise control or not on this one. Oh, log trucks, right. I'll be honest. So I bought this truck. Oh, we are going off-piste here. Spin it all the way around. Oh boy. Nice. I did actually... Right, that was really weird because I meant to have steering camera rotation inverted and it almost like started off inverted and then it just switched for some reason, which kind of threw me off. There we go, easy does it. Right, back to where we were initially heading to. It is really weird in the virtual mirror not seeing the back of the truck. I'm not sure why that is. I'm also wondering at this point if it's just worth getting like hood mirrors to use as rear view mirrors. I don't have to use the virtual mirror. And it's something that I've actually done before. And I think I'm going to go back to it at the earliest convenience. Because even when I look left, like last time, other than the bottom mirror, but I like using the big main one, I actually can't see the rear of the truck, even on that one, annoyingly enough. But we did manage to fix that last time, I believe, didn't we? So I'm going to try and go for that again. Right mirror, por favor. And bring her in. There you go, lovely jubbly. So yeah, I think I'm going to sort a hood mirror out. Maybe if we even end up going past a garage or anywhere that we can fit the mirror, I think I'm going to take advantage of that. Right, so I wonder if we were going to pick up one of the new Forestry Machinery DLC trailers. That would be pretty cool. Would also be cool if I actually knew what was from that and what wasn't. But yeah, regardless, I've just noticed that we don't actually have a job to anywhere within Arkansas, which I actually initially came for. So what I think we're going to do... Oh, hello. I'm going to head over to the external contract section. Let's see if we've got anything here. Profile's not connected. My profile should be connected. Right. Alright, well, let me, I guess, sort out my account and I'll be right with you.
A few moments later.
Right, so we're now back and actually, I just had an issue that turned out to be a blessing in disguise. So after the last video, I learned that, as per usual, with every map DLC release from SES, whether it's for Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator, they do an event that allows you to explore the whole state or map or DLC. Let me put it that way. And currently, we have the Exploring Arkansas, I think it's called, event going on, where as a community, we're aiming to achieve a certain number of deliveries, I believe, in or around Arkansas, either from Arkansas or to Arkansas. I'm not sure about to Arkansas, but I know definitely from Arkansas. And that means that we actually had a whole lot more Arkansas-based deliveries than we otherwise would have. And I completely forgot about that until I just was forced, pretty much, to connect my online account, I guess. And so, yeah, blessing in disguise. So we're heading over now to the main Hot Springs area, which I'm actually not complaining about because we did drive through Hot Springs last time around, but it was during the night. And we really only went there to sort of do a U-turn to avoid a diversion on the highway. So now we're actually going to get a decent look at it, hopefully. I don't know whether it's a big town in itself or whether it's a smaller one, but we're going to find out regardless. And yeah, I actually, once again, don't remember what we're going to pick up, but we're going to find out. It's going to be a surprise for the both of us. And yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about was the truck itself. So I'll go into the purchase in a minute. But first and foremost, I didn't actually look at the interior. So I bought this truck. So I've loaded up American Truck Sim literally just now. This is gorgeous, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. I loaded up the game, bought myself the truck because I decided to do it a little while back. Again, I'll get into that. Customized it, did whatever. Briefly went inside just to sort of put the tissue and the cooling box and the pillow into the truck, make it a little bit homey. And that was it. I didn't actually get to see like the gauge or the gauge cluster or the onboard computer or anything of the sort. And in my head, as it seems from the outside, this seems like it's quite an old school machine, right? And I was actually expecting that to be the case inside too. I was a little bit surprised to see an option for the GPS, but I didn't really pay it too much mind. Once again, gorgeous scenes here as you cross another bridge. Right, I have to take a little pause, but yeah, I don't know where I was going. There's a sign about Bill Clinton there. That was interesting. But yeah, wherever I was going, my point was that I didn't expect this to be so modern in here. I was actually caught very off guard when I turned it on for the first time in front of you guys. But I'm not entirely mad about it. And I'll tell you why I could have been mad about it. So this week, and I guess that will kind of give you an idea of when all of this is going on, regardless of when this video comes out. Last week, I saw an article on the SES blog, good old SES blog, where they released some information about the Mac. And there was the Mac Pinnacle, which is what we're driving now, and also a Black Edition Mac Anthem, which actually looks kind of cool. And like, this is probably the first time I experienced this, but I'm not too sure about the all black. I know I said it looks cool, but there's just something amiss. I can't really put my finger to it, but the all black just doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's just the sort of type of vehicle it is. Maybe it's the looks. I'm not too sure, but what I am sure of is it just didn't click with me. Which again, for me, that's a shock, because I'm always down for like an all black car or matte black or something of the sort. But yeah, I just wasn't really feeling it, to be honest. But regardless, it doesn't really matter because that's not the truck we're currently in anyway. So what caught my eye about this was the pure ruggedness. It just looks rugged, right? It looks like it just looks old school, and like it was built for business, like it was meant for business, and all it's going to do is go about its business, right? It's not here to look pretty. It's not here to sort of be super futuristic. It's here for business. And I don't know, but I got a little thing for ruggedness, right? And I just thought, you know what? This is literally, like I said before, the opposite, right, of my usual selection. Again, you guys saw at the end of the last episode, I was having a look at the, this is cool. I also found it interesting that there was no, I guess it kind of makes sense ultimately, but it was my first time heading to a job and not having to sort of have a menu at the very entrance of the company. Right, I'm probably going to have to stick my head out here. Try and line up the wheels with the edge of the trailer here. Right, we're getting really close here. Oh, super close to the back. What's the situation from the outside? Oh no, there's a decent distance. I like the fact that it was just being held on by planks of wood. And I love the fact, even beyond that, that there even was just planks of wood holding it. It wasn't just sort of floating in the air. If you watch me, I watch enough of my content, you'll know that I'm a sucker for small details. I believe that is what makes a game realistic. It's not necessarily one huge realistic function, but rather several small bits of detail that would be actually easy to miss. And I would almost expect developers to miss, even in a simulation. But they're there. And they're always, I don't know, it always makes me happy. So, yeah, at the end of last episode, we were looking at the Kenworth T680, I'd like to say. The 20... Oh, I'm not sure what year it came out, actually. But I know the other one was the 2014 one, if I'm not mistaken. That was a bit old school. But there was that really pretty, sleek one that almost had this sort of like cat eyes look. And that was my goal for a long time to have that as my vehicle. Oh, it's a bayou. A bayou. I haven't heard that term since I watched Ozarks. The bayou. And also, I think Mafia 3, I think, had a bayou as well. But anyway, I was really looking forward to getting that truck. Been saving for a long, not even necessarily saving for a long time. It's literally just that I need to be level 25, I think it was, to get that truck. And so I was basically just grinding, as I mentioned at some point during the episode, basically for that truck, grinding the levels, but also saving up money for that truck. I wasn't buying anything cheap. For the meanwhile, I wasn't investing in companies, which not in companies, but in garages, and I guess a V company, which probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. What is that Minecraft-ass treehouse over there? What is that? I'm sure you guys can see it in the distance. I'm sure it's a nod to something there, IRL, but it just looks like a Minecraft treehouse. Hopefully my Sim fans won't be upset that I've made that comparison. I call things out as they are, as I see them. I probably speak quicker than I think, which may be a problem, but it also makes for some entertaining viewing, let's say. As we've seen many a time on the streams. But yeah, regardless, I stand by that. That looks like a Minecraft treehouse. So yeah. Back on topic for about the third time. I just decided that I wanted the pure ruggedness or the rugged look of this truck. And that's why I mentioned I'm not mad about it, because the whole point of me buying this truck was that I thought it was quite old school, and clearly the interior says otherwise. But yeah, I like it nonetheless. I think it's a nice little mix of eras, and I'm a fan. I'm honestly a fan. Maybe it's not one that I'll have for a very long time. Who knows? I did have my Scania V8, the next gen V8 in Euro Truck Sim 2 for literally years. I think since it came into the game until earlier this year, I had it, and I think it's been several years now since we had that whole generation and whole lineup of trucks introduced to Euro Truck. So who knows? I may actually end up owning this for several months or several years. I do think I'm going to have it for at least some weeks though. I think I'm going to switch over to the right lane here. Doesn't look like there's an immediate need for us to hang out on the left side. So we'll leave that for the faster flowing traffic, although realistically, in the town, there's not going to be faster traffic. We're sort of all hanging around at the same speeds. Oh, there's a woman with a stroller. Would be probably wise to pick up a Domino's before we hit the open roads. I think that's the saying in America, right? Hit the open road? Something like that. And onwards we go. Onwards we go. So I'll have a look at the paint job again to show you guys. And initially you can see it's sort of shining. You can somewhat see a metallic flake in the paint. And initially I saw, I think it was called Union. There's a paint job called Union. And it's like this old school sort of look, like beige cream all over. And then you've got these very 70s, 80s-esque lines and design on the side of the cab. I'm gonna head over to the left side because I foresee a disaster here, or a potential disaster at the very least. Would love if this truck sped it up just a little bit, because it's going to be a little bit awkward having two lanes of slow traffic. But he's doing an alright job. He's getting there. He's getting there. Cheeky Greyhound bus there. As you can see, we do have someone. I think I did mention this last time around. I saw this truck very late. That was interesting. So yeah, we're going to take the left lane towards Little Rock. But yeah, I saw that paint job and I thought, perfect. It goes with the retro theme. But I said to myself, let me just have a little gander at whatever else is around. Just in the case, very, very small off chance that I find something I like other than this particular paint job. And I saw this, fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it. The Union paint job didn't even have like metallic, like it was completely plain. Like I said, very, very old school, right? And I did go past some metallic colors, and you'll see it in a video where I basically done this truck up. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put that right here. So as you can see, I didn't spend too long looking at the metallic colors. I was pretty certain that I didn't want that. But then I saw Rhapsody and I thought, oh, Rhapsody was close, but it was a little bit too much for me. If this was planned to be a show truck or an art piece, then yeah, maybe. But I just feel like it was done a little bit too much. I also don't know why the virtual mirror is zoomed in so much. I know I have a mod for the mirror to be a bit more magnified as it is per real life, but I don't recall the virtual mirror being affected by that. I know I spoke about the quality of it not being exactly the same as the actual mirror in the truck, so it's a little bit annoying that I don't have that visual quality, that graphical quality, but I've got the zoom because it doesn't really work. Also, welcome back to the steering cam. I probably should have said this a little bit earlier. I'm assuming we're like half an hour into the video at this point, but yeah, welcome to wheel cam, desk cam, keyboard cam, monitor cam, fan cam, the fan that keeps me handy that I always talk about on the streams. I completely forgot about the point I was making beforehand. Oh yeah, the paint jobs, right? Was it the paint jobs? I think so, yeah. So the Rhapsody for me was a bit more arty, showy, whereas I think this one suited the truck perfectly. I don't think it's realistic to make a truck. I know it's obviously just a game and nothing's actually simulated in terms of dirt and rust and wear, and maybe I'm a bit hypocritical with regards to like how much chrome I've actually put on the truck, but realistically a paint job like that wouldn't really last in the real world, right? Especially on dirt roads and just being in basically all types of weather. So I do like to keep it somewhat realistic as well. Right, let's merge to the left as instructed by this sign. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I was going to say church, but I think it's more of a town hall looking building. It does look more like a town hall. I don't know why we're slowing down, where our cruise control went. But yeah, that looks gorgeous. Pretty sure that's some sort of important building that I probably should know, but I'm not. Forgive my ignorance. That is not a GMC. So, last video, I spoke on potentially commentating or narrating, not narrating, no, talking, waffling. In the UK, I would say waffling, but I don't know how many of you actually understand the term. So I would just say yapping. Yapping is pretty much universal globally at this point. I might spend half the time yapping, and that's a cheeky little ad there. Half the time yapping, and half the time just driving. I think I did pretty well last time with just managing to sort of just talk for a lot of it. And yeah, it's given me a bit more confidence in terms of making these videos. I've also done some more talking content on YouTube with the Train Sim World stuff, more specifically the My Thoughts video, although that was scripted, but nonetheless, generally speaking, it's a talking video, so I sort of put it in that same batch. Why can I not exceed the 65 miles an hour, I guess, limit? I don't want to call it a limit, but I feel like it's a limit. Why do we have a limit? I've always turned the truck limiter off. Always. And it's off. It's actually off. I guess maybe... Ooh, either it's bugged, or World of Trucks Jobs has this feature permanently turned on. Okay, there you go. So that's why we can't exceed 65. That's a little bit annoying. And generally speaking, I would assume the limiter is a real thing. But then I wonder why, for example, right now, we have a 70 mile an hour truck limit. Or I think it's Arizona, where we have an 80, which is a bit ridiculous actually. That's even faster than the car speed limit in the UK. But we have an 80 mile an hour limit over there. So I don't really understand this whole 65 mile an hour limit on American trucks. And I remember some years back Googling it, and maybe there's some more information today, but most certainly at the time there really wasn't a ton of information. It seemed more, one, dependent on state, which I see as a pattern for a lot of different things, and two, it just seemed like different people had different answers for it, so there wasn't really anything solid that I could use as reference. So I would like to think I use logic in that, well, some speed limits in some states increase the truck speed limit, so surely it wouldn't be illegal to remove the limits altogether. I'm not actually sure why World of Trucks Jobs have the limiter on. I understand something like, why is that truck just on the road on the other side? Just stopped. Just chilling. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure why the limiter is active. What is that? I'm not sure why the limiter is active on World of Trucks Jobs. I understand it on something like the main, like Truckers MP, for example. Their main server, right? Because, I don't know, people may be a bit wild and they want to sort of tame it. It's not really a racing game, so it pushes for the simulation aspect. I'm assuming it's also on the American truck servers. I haven't actually checked. I know for sure it's on the Euro truck servers, but I can't say for sure whether it's on the American truck servers or not. I would assume it is, though, if number one, if the World of Trucks Jobs have it on, and also just for continuity. That's the word, continuity. Right, we got there in the end. But I think, again, if the limit is higher, then surely in real life it's not illegal to to attain or to be able to attain those speeds. Please don't do it, Mr. Car. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm not too mad about it. I do like driving fast, but I'm not crazy about it. We're only losing, what's that, 15 miles an hour or so? I'm assuming 70 is the general truck limit along Arkansas. Also, something I'd like to see that I've noticed for a very long time, when you pull up behind a vehicle with any sort of chrome that can mirror what's happening behind the vehicle, your truck, if you've ever noticed, or your vehicle is never in that. What you'll see is the vehicle behind you as if it's right behind the vehicle that's in front of you. If that makes sense, like just then, we saw the car behind, not our vehicle, which I've always found very, very weird. Because it's not like AI vehicles don't acknowledge you, right? Otherwise, they would just crash into you at every instance and turn into you and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, we've got a freight train going past. Oh, we're delivering it to Union Pacific. Awesome. Safety first. Lights and flashers must be on. I guess flashers are just hazard warning lights, right? I think that's what they're called in the US. All right, boss. How you doing? Straight through, yeah? Yeah, I mean, you? All good? Yeah, I mean, you're on your tablet. You're not really going to help me out, but thank you very much anyway. Do we have a Union Pacific train leaving? I don't know whether that's an SD40 or an ES44. Couldn't tell from here. Come to a stop here. Do our security check. I believe I currently have the mod installed that brings more realistic lengths to these freight trains. That one looks pretty short, but I'm assuming we're also at a yard. So it could just be a shunting move of sorts, or maybe this route is just, or this DLC, sorry, is just too new to have that mod do its thing here. Of course, I'm going to be very into the train aspects because, well, we know what this channel is about mostly. Unfortunately, I don't know my trains enough to know what those are. So feel free to write those, the names of these locos in the comments. I think they're SD40s, but then they could also be ES44s, and I don't want to embarrass myself, so I'm just going to stay quiet about it. I've seen a mod to drive those little vehicles, those little, I don't know what the technical name of them. I know they're like, oh, is that loco moving? That loco is moving, but it's like moving so slowly. Almost, oh my god, we've even got some crane action. Oh, wow. I'm actually, like, it looks like it looks like life is just taking place. Holy moly. Holy moly. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. I know this is nothing new in the realms of American Truck Sim, but it's just actually so sick to just see it developed bit by bit further and further as time goes on. Like, you'll go past like a construction site on the road, right? And you'll see the guys actually, well, constructing, really, doing their thing. I hope I haven't messed this up, but it looks like I might have messed it up just a little. Gorgeous. You know what? I will take that. I don't think it's perfect, but I will take that. I will take that. Perfect. Beautiful. Look at that. Excellent. Quite a short run. Quite a short journey. But it was excellent. And I'm going to take that. Right, let's continue. I know that was a pretty short episode, but I'm going to leave it there. I'll probably record the next episode right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I guess I'm not too against doing shorter episodes because it allows for sort of like bite-sized chunks, if that makes sense. But then the longer ones also allow for like a proper experience. So expect like a mix of the two. I do want to keep it continuous in terms of one route or one journey per video. It's sort of part of exploring Arkansas. The whole point of these episodes and this series is to explore every city. And I think doing that one by one, bit by bit, is probably the best way to go about it. I think last time we took a job from the outside of Arkansas if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, I hope not. And so I think that was what extended that episode a little bit. And it was the first one. I think pilots are always a little bit different from the rest of them. But expect the following episodes to probably be this similar length. And yeah, next one hopefully should come very soon, as I'm probably going to film it right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave any piece of feedback you wish to. Every little helps. Consider liking, subscribing if you have enjoyed yourself. And until the next one. Oh yeah, before I say until the next one, I'm going to advertise my 6 days a week streams over on twitch.tv/LWDadnan. And I also stream on YouTube as well. A mixture of sims. Go and have a look at them. You'll get a rough idea of what we do around here. And so that will be about it. Until the next one, have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care and peace.